Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my foundation, Galactic Frontier content. And folks, I got something huge that I want to talk about because I ain't lying. I have been struggling. I have been on the struggle bus, trying to get the resources to power my account up. And I just kept hitting power walls. I kept hitting brick walls. And like an idiot, I was not looking at my storage section correctly. I had literally tens of millions of unused resources there that I didn't even realize I had. It's crazy. And I want to share that with you because if you can see, I've got my level 18 energy core upgrade going right now because I just started using tons of those resources that I had that I didn't even know I had. For example, I had the capability to have 20 million galactic coins just sitting in my inventory. And I was struggling with my ship at like 16 and 14, and I just could not get the credits to advance them. Then when I finally learned the mistake I was making about my inventory, I all of a sudden had 20 million galactic coins I could use. It's crazy, folks. And if you're doing the same thing I was doing, you may be missing out on powering up your account to an insane degree. As you can see, I've got my flagships at 17 and 17, and I got tons of coins left over to level them up again as soon as this dude gets done. I'm tempted to go ahead and speed it just to finish and get my ships up to a higher level. But I'm going to chill for just a minute so I can have a time to think and digest. And I want to show this to you so that you don't make the same mistake I did. So go into your storage here on the bottom of the screen. Hit your storage, and as I was actually trying to build things, it would allow you to use some of the stuff you had in your storage, but it's kind of confusing because it don't really show you what all you have. And every time I went into my storage, for some reason, my brain blocked me from looking at these other tabs, and I just focused on the special section where it took me to. I would open my little crate, get my ship components, and then I just thought, well, whatever's in these other tabs, the game will allow me to use whenever I try to do a build and I don't have enough resources. But then I just happened to click over here on the resources tab, and holy crap. Look at the stuff that I've got in here. I've got 94 of these boxes of selectable either metal or water. I've got 512 of these. I had a deal that had 2 million galactic coins times 10 or something like that. I spent those dudes right away because I wanted to level up my ships. I've got all of these, like 32,000 galactic credits. I've got just tons of stuff that I didn't realize I even had. And you go to click it and then use it, and then boom, you've got all the resources you could ever need. I've got 5 of these. Used to obtain food. Boom. I'm going to do that. 53,000 food I didn't know I had. These right here are a different animal because they're selectable. So you get to choose from metal or water when you do it. So I'm going to kind of hang on to those and use them as necessary because I don't know what I really need in advance. But this other stuff that's a single-use item for a single resource, burn them, baby, burn them. That way you make sure you know what you got. 5,000 water, burn it. 22 of them, burn it. And now I'm back down to a level to where I actually know what I got now. Now, when you look at the speed ups, you kind of know what speed ups you have because speed ups are not as confusing when they're on the menu when you're trying to speed something up. It lists what you have and you can use what you have. Training items, you know what you got of those usually because you're constantly leveling up your heroes and, you get it with those items, what you got. Components, I don't usually have a lot of components. Honestly, this is more than I ever usually have because I burn them as fast as I get them type of thing. So this never piles up. Special is just stuff that, is not stuff you use every day, but it's just items. But the resources tab, oh my God, people, I want to make sure that you understand this and that you actually look here. Don't just rely on the game menu when you try to build something and it tells you you don't have enough. And then you hit upgrade anyway and it shows you what's available to use, because that's confusing. It doesn't show you what all you have. You need to actually go into the storage and look in the resources. And I guarantee you, if you'll do that, if you've never really done that before, you will see stuff there that you didn't even realize you had. Okay? So that's just a little tip that I wanted to throw out there to you, because, man, that can really enhance your gameplay when all of a sudden you realize you've got a ton of resources you didn't have when you're struggling to get more. I mean, the fight is real. Just like one of our members said earlier, I got to 15 and the game just really slowed down for me. I'm going to make sure that he understands to look in there and see what he's got. Because if you did like me, you're crippling yourself when you could be doing so much better. So I just can't. I'm so tickled pink right now because I'm going to go through here and upgrade all this stuff because I've got so much resources that I can upgrade a ton of things and just really boost the power of my account. I'm at 4.6 mil right now. When I get done upgrading a lot of the stuff that I'm going to upgrade and building the ships that I want to build and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to be pushing 6 mil by the time I spend all that stuff I had that I didn't even realize I had. God, I could have been doing so much better this whole time. That's crazy. And you just need to pay attention because, like I said, the game didn't really explain that to me very well. And yeah, I know that's my fault for not being more alert about what was going on with my resources, but there was so much to learn right at the start that you just kind of get overwhelmed sometimes with the options and the things that the game presents to you. So I can understand how somebody might miss that sort of thing. And I mean, God, it's critical. It is so critical because it has helped me now become a force. I am now actually a force in the galaxy now, where I was just getting farther and farther and farther behind. But now I'm actually a player, and I'm going to get in there and mix it up now. So thanks for watching my content. Just remember, all this was basically just a public service announcement about your storage, paying attention to the different tabs so that you can make sure you know what you got available to spend. Okay? So I just wanted to pass that on to you. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good weekend. Let's be good to each other. Get out there and have some fun in game. And I'll see you in another game about Foundation Galactic Frontiers. Peace. Look at all them sexy credits. Woohoo! I'm going to Vegas, baby.